Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is mid-month for the month of December, Tarot Oracle reading, and Aquarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aquarius, we still all have a little bit of Aquarius in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in? That's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I have already washed and shuffled the cards, just giving them a quick cut here. And we'll begin with the energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a good start. Aquarius, Nine of Pentacles is, there's only 10 pentacles in the deck until you get to the face cards. So this is the most pentacles other than the face cards. And this is talking about the 369, that ratio that Nikola Tesla talked about, where he said if you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. This is talking about, like, she's got 3 pentacles in the bush here, and they're behind her. So she's willing to give those away and empower others with that, charity, family members, whatever. But she has her hand on these 6. And that's saying that she has learned that she has to keep that ratio of, 9 pentacles, 3 for others, 6 for herself, so that she has the ability to keep supplying, like, so that she looks after her needs and her business needs, and then also she's able to look after her family and charity, etc., her community. She has a falcon, which represents the energy of having like a high view of the world. So she's very good at business. And this and the next energy, so that's the underlying energy for the reading. And this, the moon, which is quite fitting because we're just coming out of the full moon energy of Gemini. That was on December 4th. And the moon's been coming up quite a bit. Because of it, I feel. And this energy is talking about the internal boundaries, like what you have control over. So this is your internal dynamics, the internal forces within you. And so something is coming to light, and it's the energy of the full moon is to release whatever is not working for you emotionally or physically or whatever. And the energy is also showing the new moon, which is coming up on December 20th, and that's in Capricorn. And then we also have the sun shining. So there's light being shone on illusions that maybe are within yourself or outside of yourself. And the energy shows like being able to stay on your path and, be able to navigate between this wolf and this dog. So this is your domestic and your wild side. So you might need to walk on the wild side a bit because you've been a little bit too all work, and you might need to do the opposite. The lobster represents someone who has a emotional shell on, and they're coming out of the water, out of the emotional waters, and they're ready to go on their path. Now, I mean, if you're a lobster and you're going on a path, you're going to take a while to go on land like that. But these 2 pillars represent staying on your path. And whatever, if maybe you've been dealing with some energy where you're trying to make a decision or whatever, the full moon will shed light on that. So you may have come to some sort of a decision, and that's why you're coming out of the emotional waters. Oh, and look at that's the energy. So the Fool's on his journey, and the Fool is on, like, he has very little baggage with him. So it's like you let go of some emotional baggage. And look at the little dog that's with him. That little dog represents a happy, like going for a nice walk or something, like not anything too serious. But this card is the 0 card. This is the 0 point in tarot. So this is when the Fool goes on, a cycle has ended, and now the Fool is going on a new cycle. Like, so this is an starting over, and we go through different cycles through our life. Like, it doesn't, one person could go through many cycles in your life. And it looks like, you know, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So I think you've been around the block a time or two. And look at, we have fulfillment. I love this, Aquarius. This is awesome. So this card represents fulfillment. It represents, you know, you've got 9 pentacles and there's only 10. And so this energy is saying, and you have a good balance, like you have an understanding of how to use your energy, like not to give too much away, you know, conserve energy for yourself. The pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness. Quite often that is money also, of course, wealth, but it's not, it's abundance. It's abundance in all ways. And in the material world, basically, coming into the Capricorn moon, that makes sense. Capricorn's very good at being in a position to have material things because they consistently take steps of action to reach their goals. And so that might be what this is talking about here. We went from a Gemini full moon to, it'll be a Capricorn new moon, and in the new moon is when you start your journey. So that might be as I said, the new moon is coming in around the 20th of December. And so this fulfillment might be just right, you know, around the bend here. And this is sometimes considered an energetic portal called 1111 or 111. And this is like, it's really interesting. Like if you start seeing like 1111 on the clock or 111, it's kind of like it reminds you that you're a powerful manifester and to keep your thoughts on what you want, not on what you don't want. So, and this card can actually represent marriage. So we'll see, because there's the, you know, like the, and the thing about this card though is to recognize, like this card represents, there's the castle, and you're doing really well. You were able to put a down payment on the castle, but you're still going to have to work. Like you're going to have mortgage payments, basically, is what it's saying. But you're the queen of your castle. And then we have Temperance. So this has been a while. You've been working on this for a while. Temperance is about having patience. The Wands are about taking action, like moving through that portal, deciding, okay, I'm going to go on this new journey. Perhaps you're starting a new business, or you're getting married. Like this represents commitment to something that you love. So it could be that you're starting a new business that you love, or, you know, going on a trip somewhere that you've always wanted to go, like something like that. And you've been maybe saving up and have had the patience to wait, you know, and there again we see this path here. So this is like really talking about, okay, you're on your right path. Temperance is about devotion to your God-given path, like what your purpose, why you're here. And this energy represents having the patience to pour in, and also knowing when to pour into yourself, and, you know, back and forth, just like this energy here. And then we have, okay, conception. So this could also represent two people pouring into each other, and because this is conception and this is marriage. So maybe you've been wanting to have a baby and now a baby's on the way. That would be a beautiful abundance. This card represents the egg of life. And so this card represents marriage, and this one represents pregnancy, conception. And it also, like, but it can also be like actions that are taken, like in all these wands have been launched, and these wands represent action. And when they land, they'll be dunk, 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 like bullseye, you know, right? And this energy is Sagittarius. And this energy is very Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the bow and arrow. And so Sagittarians are not known for being patient, really, but they're known for adventure. So this could be, you've been patiently waiting to have adventure. And, you know, we're in Sagittarius energy right now. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. But we're moving into this Aquarius energy now. So we'll see, like we're working with the Aquarius energy, but this is saying you're in that energy of Sagittarius wanting to go on an adventure. And we have the King of Cups. So we've got, this could be, the tarot cards are archetypes. So this could be a male in his feminine energy, and this could be a female in their masculine energy, as well as the male in the masculine and the female in the feminine. So just, take it how it works for you. The King of Cups has a cup of love, and the King of Cups is known for his ability to, like, he's the most emotionally available king of them all. He's like a family man, like really a stable person. And he has learned to really be able to control his emotions. He's able to, like, he's sitting out here on this slab on his throne, and these are troubled waters around him, but he's not troubled at all. He's sitting there comfortably waiting for maybe the love of his life to come, or maybe this cup represents, a new love coming in, and that could be a child. Okay, so then we have the card of 3 cups spilt and 2 cups standing. So it's interesting because this quite often represents regret and a sadness over, like, crying over spilt milk and focusing on that. And then we have the 2 standing, and I'm wondering if this isn't, maybe there was miscarriages. If it was a pregnancy and now this pregnancy is here and that's why it's fulfillment. I feel like that could be the case. Or perhaps it's been a struggle to be able to become pregnant, to conceive a child. And now you've got, this energy coming in that you did. Because the moon also represents, like, the woman's cycle, the menstrual cycle. So this could be good news coming in that way, and that certainly would be a new journey. This represents the energy of how you see yourself, like very happy on a new journey, ready for adventure. And then this is about your self-worth. So, like, this is like real fulfillment and happiness. Like, this is a really abundant energy. And then the Temperance is about communication coming in. So maybe, you, like, if that's the case, congratulations. That's really beautiful energy. And then this is your emotional foundation, and it's about family and about early family life. And then this is creativity, romance, and children. And then this is your health, daily routines, and habits. So I really feel like, no more drinking wine if you're pregnant. So I feel like it could be a real happy announcement, maybe, that there's a child coming through. And maybe in the past it's been challenging, and maybe you have suffered a miscarriage. Or maybe more than one, and this now is like, a solid pregnancy. Yeah, because in the past, so this is the external forces, and this is about being left out in the cold, like feeling like you can't get what you want. And I just feel like this is what you've wanted, and this is, like, right close to here. I feel like this energy is saying, like, you have the happiness, like maybe you have the love, you have the happy home, you have a good business, or, you're happy with your career and all that. But the one thing that's missing maybe is a child. And this is kind of representing energy also, like these 2 people are suffering together, and they are working together to get what they want. I really feel like that's the kind of energy here, is just feeling that being left out in the cold. I feel like it's like the one thing that you maybe wanted was to conceive a child, and maybe you have now here. Yeah, and this is the Wounded Warrior. And so look at that, like we have like 9 here and we have 8 here. So this 9th one, this is representing someone that has been through a lot to get to this point. And I just feel like these 8 wands are kind of that egg of life, that conception. And this is an energy of the 9th one, holding it close to your heart. Really awesome. Oh, and the sun's coming in, and look at, there's a little baby on a pony here and carrying the banner. Woo! And the baby's carrying, and this is interesting also because the baby is carrying the banner with ease. It's a heavy banner, but the baby is solid, like really strong, and on that pony. And in the background are these sunflowers, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck, and it's talking about, I feel like it's talking about this child. I love this energy. Yeah, the burden is over. You're almost home. I feel like this is, you're going to get what you want. Now, if it's not about a pregnancy or whatever, it could be about an adoption coming through, like that energy, or it could be just a business that you've always wanted, or, moving to a place you've always wanted to be, something that you absolutely love, and being able to do that more. But it feels like you're a married, happily married couple is the energy. But I really feel like, because here we have the 10 of wands here, and this represents like planting seeds and getting ready for the harvest. And so this energy is like, there's 8 wands. I'm just wondering if there could be twins coming or something like that too. Because it's like you're almost home. So almost there to get what you want. Oh, and look at 2 + 1 = 3. So this energy, is representing someone that is wanting to expand. And it looks like maybe your family's expanding is what it, and maybe perhaps these could represent that you already, that you lost just 1 child and you have 2, and now it's going to be 3 again. Something like that. It feels like it's that kind of energy of expanding your family and like having enough money and everything to support this. Really, really, because this person is looking off into the horizon, and it's like they have their hand on this wand. And then we have the High Priestess. So this is about intuition, and the High Priestess is very close to God, and it's about joy. And she is, I'm getting that maybe you had given up on having another child or something, because she's neutral in between these extremes. And sometimes it's really common, like when people decide, okay, well, I guess we're not going to get pregnant, or we're not going to have a baby, that's when they get pregnant. I knew a couple that adopted, and then they found out that they were pregnant, and they ended up with 2 babies like within 6 months apart in age. So that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. And then the King of Swords comes in. I feel like this energy is talking about innovation. Maybe you had help from a surgeon to get pregnant or something, and it worked. Because the King of Swords can be someone like, they're very well educated and they're intellectual and they use their words, to make their money. So like it's someone that's, their job is to, as a profession that's higher up there. And this energy, just maybe you went for, fertility treatments or whatever, and it worked. I really like this energy. It just feels really like a really simple energy. And I'm also getting like, if it's not about a baby, it's about something else that you've always wanted, that you've maybe had tried for in the past and couldn't get to. So take it how it works, but I'm really leaning on this. In any case, I'm feeling like whatever is coming in is the one thing that will bring you that sort of that ultimate abundance, that ultimate fulfillment. And I'm going to, please do like and comment if you're enjoying this reading. And I'm going to clarify it just to see what else we can find out here. I'm using my oracle cards from Tales from the Vector. And this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I started working, whoa, there we come. Okay, so there's a few cards coming out here. Just going to put them here for now. Those are the ones from the bottom. Okay, so I started this oracle in 2007, and I completed all 64 paintings in 2020. And now I'm working on getting the information together and bringing it online. I've had them at psychic fairs, but I didn't have all the paintings done. So I have the numbers of the paintings. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS. And if you want, like, I will, in the description box below, I will list the numbers of the cards as they are in the gallery. If you want to check out the paintings. I plan to probably get them out. I want to play with the energy of the cards for about a few more months so I have a good idea. Oh, and look at it. It's a father. A father figure. Yeah, I'm really feeling that this is a major accomplice. So sometimes this comes off as like a card that is, a figure that, that is responsible for what's happening. So basically, yeah, I think this energy is saying there might be a baby on the way, and a very anticipated one that you've been waiting for. And then this energy of the hidden moon, this is perception. I've got a little cat purring on my lap right now. This card can sometimes say the grass is greener on the other side because it is fake. But I feel like maybe this card represents that, as I said, like, it's really interesting how quite often when you quit worrying about being able to become pregnant, or be able to maintain a pregnancy. I knew a couple that she thought, she was told she wasn't going to get pregnant, and she didn't realize she was pregnant till she was like almost 7 months pregnant. So she was past the point of worry. And, that it's that kind of energy, like all the worry and the illusions and all of that. And when babies are meant to come in, they come from God, and that's the way it is. And then we have temperance here. So this is about being devoted to this fulfillment and like purpose. And so we have it on both sides here. So this energy is really strong. Like this fulfillment is right in between two temperance cards. And then all or nothing. And here we have persuasion and perception. So this is talking, like, we can fall into the karmic space of pride. And that can sometimes be, like I'm getting in this case, it's not so much of, it's that, like, being a proud father, a proud parent. I really, because it's saying about purring again, and the cat's purr, like when you quit worrying about things, the cat's purr has a lot of ability to heal. So we thank you, Stella. And then we have the Capricorn coming in, and that, I feel like that again is saying the cycles of the moon. So something was working, and this is seeing when you are challenged like this, seeing all the possibilities within the challenge. Capricorn energy is about keeping on going, taking consistent steps of action, and that came up before. I love that it's a new moon energy also, so it's a kind of like new coming in. And then attachment. So this is like getting really, like that's again talking about, because this is the internal boundaries. And so if you're really stressed out and worried that this isn't going to happen, it can really cause an energy of being so attached to it that, the worry almost causes you not having what you want. And when you let it go and you just say, well, I guess maybe if it's not meant to be, then, you know, you'd be like that couple where you adopt and the next thing you know, you have two babies that aren't even a year apart. One is adopted and one is biological, after being told, okay, we're going to quit trying now. And that's a part of it too. Like when people saying they're trying to get pregnant, instead just do it. You know, that kind of energy. So it's, and like when you're not trying anymore, then all of a sudden it happens. And so I feel like, again, this intuition is coming up, and that speaks of this energy here. And I feel like maybe you were feeling like you were expecting, but you weren't, like, didn't want to really notice, and then the information may have come in now. And then we have the Leo energy. So this is about teenage boy. Yeah. So this energy is about being a leader, and it's, I just feel like this is like really happy energy. This is like a real proud father coming in. And like, just like you know, really happy that this is all happening. Maybe you were told that there was something, you know, internally wrong or whatever, and then it worked out that it wasn't. And then we have Aries, an infant. So Aries is the infant of the zodiac. So this is a brand new baby coming in, being versus doing. So again, that's the energy that I got, is kind of like, once you just kind of realized, okay, well, we're just going to have to be the way we are, and we're happy, and I guess it just wasn't meant for us. That's when, you know, the energy, the worry, then the concern about it leaves, and then the body is not as stressed out, and it's able to happen. And so this is, I'm getting, yeah, this may be your first child, actually, is what I'm getting. So this is, like, I think you were quite surprised. And then the Pisces energy. So Pisces is basically like, it's sitting on the sun, and it's like talking about, I feel like the energy here, and it's the same thing if this isn't a child, it's like like having, launching something that you've always wanted to do, and it's kind of unexpected. Maybe some extra money came in and you were able to take up some sort of, you know, get a cottage at the lake or something like that, something that you always wanted, that's really fun, and, you know, like something that would really improve your life. I'm getting, you already do have a very good life. There's love here, you know, there's fulfillment, there's patience, there's the King of Cups is the most emotionally available. You know, you have the Pentacles, you know, the one burden was this one thing. And then the Emperor is coming in, so that's performance. Congratulations, Father. That's the kind of energy. So that's really cool. And that's representing, like, I feel like that conception card, right? And then we have Unfettered. So this is the Judgment card. And this, though it represents the cosmic heart and the heart chakra, and so this is just talking about, like, being really happy, like really being. And also it's saying that babies, if this is a baby, or this gift, if it's not a baby, is something that that is coming down from the Most High. This is something that the universe is gifting you with. And every baby is a gift. And if it's like a project, or it's, you know, like the cottage or whatever it is, it's like you deserve that. And, you know, it's just a nice, like, addition to your life already. And yeah, like, I'm getting at some point, it was really hard. Like, it was like, that's why I'm getting, like, it's this energy of trying to get pregnant and maintain a pregnancy and actually have a baby, because it's just kind of the energy is just feeling like you are there, and then you don't. And this baby may already have just been born, and that's what we're celebrating. I feel like the pregnancy is further along. Like, maybe if you didn't know, Like it might be like that. Like this pregnancy is further along, so it's, you know, it's established pregnancy. And then we have Sagittarius again, this energy of temperance on either side, of the temperance being the being patient, you know, and the cups of love, the two cups of love coming together, and the adventure. So, you know, and the expansion. So that's in many ways. Okay. Oh, this is a nice light reading. I really enjoyed it. I hope you've also enjoyed it. If you have, do like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. I will have another reading for you for sure at the end of the month, and I'm considering doing new moon readings if I have time here this week as bonus readings. Bye for now.